Welcome back, survivors. I'm the Survivalist, and we return to God of Weapons. We're continuing on with our little short series of the game. Last week, we got our first hands-on with it and tried the night out. We managed to reach, I think it was like floor 20 to 22-ish, somewhere around that range, I believe. So to change things up, we have the Raven and the Hunter as our current unlock characters. The Raven, I think, though, is going to be another melee character, so I want to see what the Hunter's going to be like. Because plus 10 range cannot equip melee weapons. So projectile power modifications are 33% more effective, but vitality modifications are 33% less. So it's basically you're going to be a better damage dealer out at range, but you're also going to be squishier in exchange. So yeah, starting weapons, we have a variety we can go through. There's that cross-volver. I'm kind of curious to see how that might operate, but we've got a scattershot crossbow, the automatic crossbow, the hand crossbow, and this one. I'm going to go for that, just because it's the most interesting of the options. After 6 shots, it does have a bit of a cooldown, so it basically does operate like a revolver. We've got the antler, so adjacent weapons gain extra attack speed. A couple of others we haven't unlocked, and we only have one difficulty we can go right now, so we'll try out the Hunter, starting with the cross-volver, and see how we do. Oh, that's different. So what is this? Oh, I see. Okay, so I guess as you go through and save up currency, because in the bottom right, I think that's what we got there, you get more just general upgrades that help you along. So there's things like starting gold, we could get an increase. Maybe we'll start with projectile power, maybe a little bit of luck, because I don't think that's too bad to snag. You know what, the dash cooldown will probably be really helpful. And, ooh, you know what? Let's get some more inventory slots, because this game is all about your inventory management. And let's go for some more health. And maybe, I guess this is Titanite. Yeah, so we'll try that out, see how it goes. So we know that's how that's going. We've also got the armory here. Yeah, so nothing... Oh, actually, a few things in here. Okay, you can also spend the Titanite for items that are in here. So is there anything really interesting standing out? Potion Amulet, Ring of Power, Devil Horn, Lamp, Dragon Scale, Mini Lantern. That one actually might not be bad. Extra range. It does mean there's more enemies. You know what? I'm going to get that as an unlock, but maybe we'll see in future runs. Flame Wand, Electric Wand. And that's about it for now. Okay. But yeah, we'll see how range plays out for this style of game. Because when we were playing with the melee character, the first floors were really easy. I mean, truth be told, we don't even have to move for... Well, maybe we should move a little bit, because the cross-volver, it does have a noticeable reload rate. But this is... I think this is probably going to be one of the builds that are going to be more fun to play around with when it comes to, like, once we get a lot more weapons added in. Okay, let me see. We won't re-roll. Yeah, I'll try expanding there. Okay, so I've got 42. I could get the scattershot crossbow. It is a little bit weird for how it might... Oh, actually, I think I could get that. Yeah, we can do that. We can snag those two. I could try re-rolling, but I don't think there's anything I super want. Or maybe the scroll mat... Oh, no, actually, I don't have the gold for it. So you know what? We should just go with this. But we're going to have 2 weapons now. We'll see how the scattershot does. But it seems like the antler, with how small it is, we want to really try and get only, like, a little bit of adjacent... Like, only one square, one tile adjacent to it for a lot of our weapons. It seems like there's going to be almost like a core focus you'll want to have on every character. You'll start with something really good, like we had the banner for the knight. The hunter, we have the antler here. So there's a little core that you'll base the rest of your inventory all around, try to get the most you can from it. Like, we got another scattershot crossbow. We also got, ooh, the hunter's hat. Although, It's weird it gives you melee power. I guess... Actually, no, you can't equip melee weapons, so it's a little weird. Okay, let me see. If I do that, I can move that down. And I can get this. Yeah, so I can get that. And I can even do a reroll. Ooh, you know what? The handle wrap. That'd probably be pretty good. That will have a little reduction in armor, so if we get hit, it's going to hurt more. More resource gain or more luck? Let me get resource gain. And yeah, we should be good with this to go forward. Yeah, so we've got 3 weapons so far, and you basically do turn into a little arsenal walking around that just does everything it's for you. And aside from the barrels that spawn in the map, I don't think there's really all that much to, like, be mobile for. It doesn't seem like there's any little power-ups that you'll find. It really will just be until the enemies start, like, getting a little bit higher in density. Ooh. The automatic crossbow. Okay, so that one... I'm trying to think here, because I probably want... Oh, I gotta think about how I could try doing this. See, I think that I have to keep there. The only problem is I just don't have quite enough room to squeeze that in with the hand wrap. I don't really have a good way. Oh, or maybe I actually do. Hang on. Yeah, I can get that. Okay. What were the other items? Range and... That one's not bad, but I don't have the inventory for it. Yeah, so let me just try a reroll. Ooh, we also got the hand crossbow. Let's see. 12. No, I think it's better for these two than that. Although it does have piercing to it, which could be handy. I think I'm good to save up what gold we've got. The big thing will just be trying to expand the inventory slots to accommodate more eventually adding in. Yeah, with our loadout now, we basically can just wait and let it all do itself for us. That is one thing I feel like could be added a little bit more to the floors. Oh, actually, you know what? I think those barrels might have power-ups in them. Actually, speaking of the barrels, yeah, there's that. I think that's an invulnerability you get for a limited time if you pick that up. There's a nice mount came in. Okay. And let's try that there. Okay, so what I want to do is try to get... So it's like only one part of this is in contact with the antler. That's going to be tricky to pull off. Oh, no, I don't want to do anything with that. So yeah, that... Actually, I can get that, and that I can slot right up here. Okay, well, I might have to move that over, but then... Everything has the antler as the core. And I don't know if I really need the range, but I'll take it anyway, just to... Oh, come on. Why? Okay, it's not letting me pick up the spyglass for whatever reason. I could go for the rune bow piece. I mean, there is another cross-volver. There's another automatic crossbow. Oh, maybe that's what I wasn't paying attention to, is like how many inventory slots I have open. You know what? I'm going to sell that and pick up another cross-volver, because I do like this one a fair bit. And that'll let me get the rune bow piece. So all of our weapons are going to be benefited by the antler. We also have the burnt coin to help us for some resource gain, the rune bow piece to help us a bit with the range. We'll try this out and see how we do. Because one of the things that's probably going to start showing up is that the enemies are going to have a lot more health. It's going to take multiple shots to down them. It's not going to be just this, they're going into a meat grinder. We saw with the Knight, eventually they will stack up to be pretty potent. It will take some time, so if we can try to keep ahead of that curve, we should probably be okay. But yeah, the invulnerabilities at this point of the game, they're not really necessary to get. But it is fun to see everything going off and just being able to stand still for it. Okay, so we can pick 3 spaces. Let's do that, that, and there. We got another cross-volver. That's 12 by 3, and that's 17 per. I'm kind of thinking maybe another handle wrap. Or should I go for the... No, you know what? I'm going to go for another handle wrap. And see, is there just a... Ooh, actually, +3 with no downside. So you know what? I might as well sell the bone piece because this is just better for it. And is there anything... Okay, I could slot that over there. I think that's probably how I'll have to keep there. I don't really... Like, the automatic crossbow is nice, but I'm wondering if I should look again something else. No, you know what, I'll probably do that, keep that there. I could actually start working down that way, because this... I wonder if I should lock that. Although the hand crossbow, it is pretty basic. Just trying to think if there's any way... Hang on, I got an idea. If this moves up here like that, that frees up a fair bit there. Oh, I'm one shy being able to put another automatic crossbow down here. Although, that there... I could almost fit it. It's just, again, I just don't have quite the one spot I need for it. I'm liking this so far for a setup. Yeah, that I can just stick up there. The antler is probably in its best position right there. Like, if I move it down one, that's just going to screw some more things up. But there's nowhere else to really, like... Yeah, it might be just to go for that there. I'll see about locking that for now, just... Actually, you know what? No, I won't lock, because there's a chance we might be able to get a higher tier available in the shop later. Well... Yeah, I'm thinking we'll probably just go with this and leave a couple of inventory slots open to play around with more. I mean, it's not like we're in a dire spot to begin with. Nothing is managing to get even close to us. As soon as it spawns and it's in range, it basically goes immediately down. But again, it's trying to think a little bit more proactively and squeezing in more power, so that way we're not into bad spots. One thing... Ooh, gotta mind that. One thing I need to mind too is not to go too hard into like a specific direction. Like, I think my problem was I went for the lifesteal using the Knight, and that cost us a lot of damage that we could have used in just any other situation. There we go. Okay, let's see. We've got a ritual doll, but we don't really need the lifesteal because we're doing pretty good. Let me think about how... Okay, right. I wanted to do the extra there just to have. I'm going to do a bit more up around here. So I'm complete reroll on that. That's still just a tier 1. There's another scatter shot. I'm going to sell that. And let me see about some playing around. Because, yeah, I can move that up over there. That can sit there. The coin can easily fill that slot over there. Okay. Another coin or... I'm just trying to see my best options here. It's like... Oh, you know what? I think no matter what, the cross-volver is going to take, yeah, the one adjacent tile there, so I might as well just leave that as it is there. I could try getting another one like that. And let me do a reroll to see. Do I want another scatter shot, or I feel like I should be looking for something else. Let me put that outside for now, and let me think here, because I can't always stack these together like that. That does free up a lot more room all around here. Yeah, so I could get basically anything down here. So maybe in... Oh, actually, I do have this one here I put out. Okay, yeah, so that gives everything with the antler to help. And I know it's not going to get the boost from the antler, but I can at least put that in to also snag. Let's reroll. I'm thinking I might pick up... Yeah, I'm going to pick up the broken bow piece. I can sit right there, and if I can find something that's just like one slot... Ooh, actually... I mean, I keep getting these the rune bow pieces, but they're just completely outclassed by the Raven Skull. Or Skull Raven. And everything else is still as is. That's a 2 slot, and I don't really have a way of getting us 2 slaughter. Let me try one more reroll. Whetstone's not really going to help us. Yeah, still tier 1, so I think we're probably good to go with this. Yeah, anything that spawns is almost immediately taken care of. In fact, if we stand in the middle, we probably don't have anything that'll survive for much longer. We just gotta keep an eye out for any of the special barrels that spawn, because they could give us a little bit extra gold. But it feels like because of how powerful or how potent the hunter is with the range, health isn't going to be a problem until the enemies are really, really surviving. I also need to check and see if those little Titanite shards get collected too. Okay. Alright, let me start expanding. Yeah, I think just going for like the basic, keep a square going outwards will be our best bet to take. That's just a tier 1, that's tier 2. We don't really have anything for magic. Oh, hello. Okay. Now let me sell the hand crossbow to pick up a tier 2 cross-volver. I think what I'll do is I want to make sure that one does have the antler benefit. So put that out there, put that in. And let me see. Okay, you know what? We will take that dice because it just fills in a nice slot there. I am wondering if I should... That only does 10. Okay, you know what? I think it's better to keep the scattershot crossbow. Those are still tier 1s. If I can get another Raven Skull, or I can get a rune bow piece, I'll probably slot it in... Ooh. Okay, actually, no, not that one. Yeah, let's sell that and pick up our tier 2. And see if we can keep, or get some good upgrades going along. That's also a nice one to get. And maybe one more reroll just to see. No, nothing tier 2. So we'll take these along and see how we do. Oh, one thing I do have to consider, though, is with having all of these cross-volvers, they're all going to have the reload time, so there might be a moment where... Oh, let's pick up the invulnerabilities, just because we can. Yeah, the only thing I might want to get is a little bit more range, just so that way we don't have these dead zones we have to wait for the enemies to get into before things trigger off. But yeah, it's pretty satisfying just to be able to stand still and let everything do it for us. Okay. And time-wise, I think we can do one more floor. So let me think here. I'm just going to work at trying to expand outwards and keep building the square as I can. I'm not going to take anything with lifesteal yet because we haven't had anything come in to require it. There's another coin, but I think I'd prefer to leave it. Oh. Another cross-volver, so we'll sell and get that in. I mean, the bracer... Oh, I was just talking about range, so you know what? That's a nice one. Slot that in there. So I only have basically only have 2 to be playing around with. I prefer to keep the resource gain because I think that'll come in handy in the long run. Ooh. I'll sell that in order to pick up a tier 2. So, yeah, if we can get some more upgrades to those, and you know what? I'll pick that up as well for even faster attack speed. So we're at 37% increased attack speed, and one last reroll. Oh, that actually paid off, because there's another tier 2. So the only thing we need to keep an eye out for is the tier 2 automatic crossbow. And maybe as we get into higher floors, we'll see... Oh. Actually, that was a very good reroll. Okay, that there. And we'll even sell off... we'll sell that in order to snag our tier 3 cross-volver. Yeah, I think that should be good for now, so we'll hop into the next floor, and this will be the last one for today's episode. But yeah, not too much is actually surviving long past its spawn point. I think the extra range is helping a fair bit. Because nothing is really closing their distance at all to us. I do need to be careful when the what? Oh, okay, that's just invulnerability. It's, I guess, just the ankle is different from what I've normally seen it as. There's 100 barrels broken. Yeah, nothing has even gotten close. The only reason okay, so we got 2 spaces. I'll expand that out. Reroll. Ooh. I like that we're seeing these extra tiers coming in. Oh, you know what? Just to make most use of it, let's slot that there, and that up there. And yeah, I'll do a little bit of last purchase, and then we'll end this episode here. Oh, there's another automatic crossbow. I'm trying to remember. Okay, I think that has 6 shots, and that has the 3, but I think the scatter thing is more valuable. Tier 1, that's tier 1. That's not bad, but it says for, like, other gloves. Does actually... Oh, see, I don't know what counts as a glove for that. That's the only thing. I think it'd be good if it has, like... I'm trying to remember what it was that... I think it's another roguelite I enjoy called Dungreed or something like that, where each weapon has almost like a hashtag or a tag to it, so you know what they synergize with for other items. Because I don't really have a good way of... I guess I could try like this. Okay, no, so those don't count as gloves, so that was worth a shot just in case. But what we'll do is we'll end this episode of God of Weapons here. It's going really good so far, although granted, we are only up to like floor 9. I think it's because I'm spending more time getting ourselves outfitted, but hopefully it'll pay off more in the long run. Overall, I definitely am more of a ranged player than a melee one, so I think this kind of works a little bit more, and I've had an experience last week for why it's going as smooth as it is. But we'll see how long that holds out, because I'm sure as it ramps up, it's going to get harder and harder. But thank you guys for joining me on this episode of God Weapons. If you liked the video, you should give a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, share in the comments right down below. And until I see you all in the next video episode, survivors, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.